Hi guys, I'm Naomi. I've been living in Shanghai for 6 months now, since September when I interned with China Internship Placements. I now currently work for 24/7 Tickets in the marketing department, and I'm really enjoying myself. I decided to intern in China because I thought I've always been interested in the Chinese culture, and I also thought it was a great opportunity because industry in China is booming at the moment, and it's really good insight into how it works to actually come over here and intern. And also because I could learn some Mandarin, which is a really good skill to pick up. They originally seemed like a really fun-loving company, and I was proven right as soon as I came here. It's really enjoyable. I really enjoyed myself and everything I've learned. I think because it was a startup company, it appealed to me because I knew that I would probably get more responsibility than I would in a big company. And it also is easier for me to get to know people, so I now know everyone within the company quite well. I can have a conversation with them, which I don't think you'd have the same thing if you were working in a huge company. When I first started working here, I was obviously trained, but they gave me a lot more responsibility than they probably would in other big companies, because it's a startup company and there's a lot of transparency between departments. So I wasn't only given roles within marketing, but I would also be helping out with things to do with BD, things to do with traffic acquisitions and data. And I think it gave me an overall view of how to start up a company, as well as like loads of different roles within different departments. So I think it helped me because I was given a lot more responsibility, and then that therefore gave me a lot more like confidence in the workplace that I've never had before. I think in China, the industry is very unique, and I've learned a lot about it that I definitely wouldn't have learned if I was just working in the UK. I've picked up how to market to Chinese users, and I know now like what they like and how to appeal to them. I also have a great understanding for the Chinese culture, and obviously I know a little bit of the language. I'm still not so great at it, but the lessons that CIP gave me would definitely help me along the way. So I think because I was given the opportunity to have a lot more responsibility than an ordinary intern, I found that it was easy for me to transition from being an intern into a full-time job. But I definitely don't say just anyone could have done that. You need to be able to prove your worth, so you need to be proactive. I always came up with ideas and was very vocal with my ideas, and made sure that I wasn't just passive as an intern, but I also was proactive and had initiative. So I think that's definitely something I would recommend to any intern that comes to China, is that you really have to show that you are different from other people by having initiative, being proactive, and having a willingness to learn is always a big one, because you're in a different country, so obviously you're going to be learning anyway, and it's quite overwhelming. But once you settle down and you really start to understand the inner workings of the company, it's good to be able to show that not only do you understand it, but you can make it better. So I'm currently in the marketing department as marketing and community executive, but I've also just recently been given the role of intern manager. So I have a lot more strategic roles these days than I did when I first started as an intern, which is very much more content based. So I have the role of overseeing I think 3 or 4 people now, which means that I have a lot more experience with managing people rather than just doing my own work and getting on with that. I think you've got to have the approach that you're willing to learn. You've got to be open-minded for sure, because you're in a different country and it's a whole new culture, so you've definitely got to be open-minded with that and learn about their culture, rather than just coming and be like, oh, my culture's better, so I'm just gonna carry on like that. That's definitely not the way I would say to approach it. You need to come open-minded, willing to learn, have initiative. So don't, it's good to be asking questions, but I think don't always be asking there are little details that you're not sure about. I think you need to show that you have a mind of your own and that you're not always just going to follow what someone else tells you to do, but if you think it's wrong, then you say it's wrong. Don't go against them, obviously, but just show a little proactiveness.